Hello, hello.
எனக்கு லேட்டாக தான் அப்டேட் ஆகும். வாய்ஸ் இஸ் ஆடியபிள்.
இவ்வளோ நேரம் அவர் எண்ணியை மறைச்சிட்டு போகிறார். அவர் எண்ணியை மறைச்சிட்டு போகிறான்னு சொன்னால் கேட்டிருக்கணும். Okay, so the next step, I'm going to analyze all these works from the data sets, what kind of data I have collected. So what I have collected means like previous futures of multiple of futures I have collected it here. So first thing, I'm just making an analysis work with that starting of labels. Okay, so here you can see it, that how many zeros values will be there and how many one value will be there. So how can I show it on that virtualization using the zbond? So this zbond packages which is helps to do that improvisation of visualization, and this count plot is automatically detected what are the values we have passed it here. So here I'm just showing that how many zeros and that one values in this special label num parameters. Okay, so I'm just called the tuples here, data dot label num. Here you can see automatically it has been visible zeros. So totally in our collected data, zero it will be there like about 3000 values, and one it's about 1500 values will be there. The next step, I'm just want to showing that how many harm and spam using the future of label keyword. Okay, so the same like I'm going to use this sns keyword, sns dot, I'm going to use the count plat. In this count plat, I'm passing the data of label. Okay, so data of label you can see. So how many, so majority then harm and the spam will be there. So using these values only we are going with deal and how much the machine exactly corrected here. Okay, exactly predicted here. So the first step, I'm going to change my all the values name, I mean all the futures name. Using this futures means all the columns name I have changed it here. How means, I have going with data dot columns is equal to first thing label, and the second I am assigning emails, the third I am assigning class. So the class is most important because using that class only we have to specified, or we need to fixed the target value using based upon this class keyword. So I'm just considering I'm just going with this kind of labels. Okay, so now the next step, I want to see if there is any null values will be there. So here I have to apply the pre-processing step. So the pre-processing, which means if there is any null object will be there, means I have to remove that null object. So how should I take in? There is in two ways will be there. If I'm getting any info, if I'm using any info of keyword, that is also which is helps to showing how many counts will be there. And there is in two types of uh, pre-processing keywords will be there. For example, you can see data dot info, which means it has been derived all that informations about your data sets, what is that range and what are the data types and how many entity values will be the entity means in column wise and row wise how many values will be there, and if there is any null value for then each and every feature it have. So the data types of each and every feature it has been briefly explained with the help of this informations keyword. The next step I'm going to see if there is any keyword will be there. Keyword means like null value will be there or not. So I'm going to check it here. So data dot is null of this keyword automatically has been generated. How false will be, I mean if there is any true value will be there means in that future it have a not null object. So false, that most of the future will not have any value like an null value. So directly we just going with that. If you have any doubts you can check with another way also. Data dot is null of sum of function. This sum of function which is helps to showing the count how much if there is any uh, values of a number of null values will be there mean it has been displayed it here. Okay, so then I am going to see in it that how many is of I mean, so how I can deal, how I can deal with means what are the ways I have approached it here for the text pre-processing. Because when I'm going with this spam and ham detection, it's totally came under that text pre-processing. So text pre-processing means it's a different kind of pre-processing we have to hand. So in that kind of work we have to go with that NLTK packages. That NLTK packages which is helps to removing or which is helps to do the some of the text pre-processing work. Actually this NLTK packages it's under come natural language processing. This natural language processing it will be improvising the communications between human and the machines. So it's very easy to apply this pre-processing step for the text. Okay, so the text which is very removing that stop words, and we can apply the count tokenizations vector here. So multiple of functions will be there. First of all I'm just importing those NLTK here. So while going with the NLTK you have to face sometimes lookup error. So that lookup error which means you are not or you are not install these packages of stop words or tokenization. Actually there is in two types of tokenization will be there: sentence tokenization and word tokenization. So you have to install the specific packages in that NLTK, then only you have use it here. Here you can see import NLTK. So I have installed it already. The next step you can see from the NLTK corpus I have called the I have called the stop words keyword. Stop words. Okay, so here you can see the I'm sorry, and the next step I'm going to use the from NLTK dot tokenization tokenize import word tokens. So using these two packages only I am just applying the text pre-processing for this in for this what kind of data I have collected it here. So this first step I am going to use removing the stop words using this stop words keyword. So how should I take and means here you can see if you have any doubts for the installing to time how it, I mean, before entering to the text preprocessing, I'm just showing how we just avoided that lookup error. So how we just avoided means import sorry, python import nltk and nltk dot downloads. nltk dot download means automatically that, so this is the packages installer nltk downloader. So if you have not installed these stop words or where tokenization packages, you have to call it here. You need specifically you have installed it from this special nltk downloader only. So then only you can access the keywords of I mean these models of stop words, and those are the things which is very helpful to install or do the text pre-processing. Okay, so now you can see it here. Now you can see it here. First step, I'm going to removing that stop word. So stop word, I'm getting a word variable name stop word set stop words means like above top package variable name stop words dot, I'm getting a words cloud. From the english words, I have taken the reference from english, so I have removed it here. If sometimes if there is any lookup error will occur, how should you avoid it means, just now I told it now, you have to download that the packages of stop words. So now I'm just showing it here, you can see. Actually it will be taking time, now I'm just showing it. Python import nltk, you have to type it the keyword nltk dot download of. So that nltk installer will generate here, you can see it here, there is a multiple of packages will be there. So each and everything it will take a size of very large amount of size it will have. If you need to download any specific, you have to fix it here. For example, if I need to download this stop words means, I have to remove install this stop words first. Just a minute, you can see the stop words I have downloaded, and the second I needed word tokenization. So the words I needed it here, word net. The next, just a minute. For the tokenization, you have installed this. So one of the special things you have to install those collections, which is very better to install all this part of data. So for example, if you have to click it here and you need to download all these NLTK packages, everything you have to use it here means you have directly installed it from here. So I'm just downloading. Sometimes it has been taking a words to, I mean, it will taking more number of time to downloading all these packages, because enormous of packages will be it will be came under this all copra the collection packages. Okay, because in partially I have installed it here. Now you can see if I'm running here, it has been executed sometime because I have installed two packages. One is word cloud, another one is words and word cloud. It has been executed. So now I'm just going with the tokenization of word token. Sometimes it has been generate the word lookup error and again, because I want to be install this word tokenization packages now. So it's very most important thing. Okay, so now you just see it, I'm just importing. Just a minute, I will finish the code first. Data set, sorry, data of where I'm going to apply, I'm going to apply this where tokenization for email words only, because I have collected features that only now. So data of email, now dot apply this apply keyword. Okay, so lambda x colon lambda, which means single expression and multiple of arguments we have passed it, based on that it has been worked. Okay, so join, in that join we have approved this. I'm just passing the one single tokenization for each all these works, because I have collected above 5000 words. So 5000 futures means I have uploaded each and everything for this stop words and the word tokenization. Okay, so here you can see word from word, I'm getting a new keyword. Then how I can change it into word tokenization, I'm assigning that keyword up to word tokenization of x, if it is not there, if it is not in word, you just going with this stop word. I'm just assigning here stop word. Just a minute. X. So here once again the lookup error will be generated. What is that lookup error means? If the word tokenization I already defined it now. So in this word lookup error, it will not. I'm not downloading this punctuation, which means it has been removing any kind of special characters or any kind of regular expressions. It has mean it has been removing those values in that specific text formats. Okay, so specifically we have applied most of the time this NLP techniques only, because this NLP technique, it's one it's in real time also we have seen it in multiple of places for applying, for removing, for recommendations based upon this text processing and the emotions based purposes. We have used this NLP package. In this NLP, that NLTK is most important packages, so that I have told again that how we should do this each and every things, because NLTK we have seen it some of the packages only, it have multiple of packages, and that multiple packages it have variety of works for removing words, that full of words they have used it here, removing special words, stop special characters, stop words, and that improvisation of multiple things we have used it. Based upon the text we have uploaded this NLTK. Now you can see I'm just going with same NLTK. So actually it has been downloaded the, so it will take more number. Now I'm just downloading here, wait a minute, just a minute. I need this packages. So once again I will executing here NLTK dot download. That NLTK installer will be showing it here. So I'm just downloading that punctuation first. It's just in 13 MB, so easily we can use it here. So now it's installed. Okay, now it's installed. You can see now I'm just running this word. Then again, what is the difference? Next one is I am going to install this. One minute. Just a minute. I am going with this all packages. Just a minute. So actually, due to unexpected storage reduction, it has been saying like this error. So I'm just going with another laptop. Just hold on a minute. So I'm just going with another laptop. Just hold on a minute. So here you can see I'm just actually in this, what is that next steps which we have seen it here means. So I'm just removing all my values. This is my data, okay. So I'm just removing all the data, all the special characters, and applying this numerical of data. So I have removed it each and everything from it, from here up. After applying this all kind of packages only, I have used it this kind of text classification, okay. So after applying this word tokenization, how it the output will came means that all the output will came, so in specific formatted means like if I'm printing here, sometimes it has been printed like special characters, okay. That you can see it like HPL on January. This isn't the actually it's a complete sentence, but it has been splitted based upon the tokenization. At the same time, it will be remove the punk words from that, what are that assigned in that English words. Based upon that English words only, we have to do it this sentence removing and that tokenization spot, all the things we have applied it here. The next step, I'm going to split my data set into two ways. So before going to split my data set, I need to assign, or I need to fix my target value. Actually my target value, which I already assigned for it, that x and y, splitted and x and y. So data set dot a location function. So locate function, which means it takes a values from and the ending where we have started. So here you can see I have created a separate x and y variable. So dataset is my dataset variable name, and I have taken locate from the starting to ending the value which I am assigned from email, okay. So all these futures I have take it from this email up to email I have take it, okay. Then second, white, for the white position I am going to discuss with class only. I am taking a only numerical values. In the emails I have taken the text data also, because I have applied the tokenization and the stop words and some of the text pre-processing I am just applied it here. So is most of one of the most important things, so I have taken all the features, okay. After get splitting my after fixing my target value, I'm just going with this count vectorization format. Actually what is the purpose I have used this count vectorization means. So this scikit-learn, from the scikit-learn I already told now. So the scikit-learn from this scikit-learn packages only you have access to multiple of count vectorizations, and similar like count vectorization you have access many packages. So this scikit-learn, it is undercame future extraction dot text. So now what kind of value we have, what kind of process we have do it here, text pre-processing. Okay, so this text pre-processing, which means I'm just apply the removing the stop words and tokenization, and I have to convert all my text into numerical format. That means in single array I have stored it. So I have to apply this count vectorization here. So this count vectorization is most probably convert your all the numerical, sorry, all these text futures into single array format based upon that values which is assigned for this guideline, I mean the data sets. Okay, so now I have taken the count vectorization. First step, I'm importing my packages. The second step, I'm going to store my count vectorization of function to one variable name, and finally I'm just want to apply this transformation for my x variable. How it will means from the text into array calculations. What is the purpose I need to taking this text to array conversion means, because the next second step we have going with that model building. So model building means we have split, we have to going with some of the calculations. So calculations we have applied it based upon this kind of numerical formats or any kind of numerical data only we have used it here right now. So that is what I have applied at this count vectorization. So after getting my count vectorization, I'm have, I mean after count vectorization I'm just move on with splitting my data set into two variety of things. The first one is a test and training. So what is the meaning of test and training, which means the training data which is allocated for the learning purpose for the machine, the testing data which is going for the input to predict the value what kind of model we have created. Okay, so how should we split the data set? There isn't any packages will be there means, yeah, we have used this train and test split packages from the model selections submodule. Okay, so using that packages only we have divided here. So what is splitting functions, and what that means, there isn't ratios will be there, you have using any ratios, for example 70 into 30 or 75 is to 25 or 80 to 80 is to 20. So these are the things we have, these are the ratios which is helps to split the data set into two ways. So the, okay, the next you can see it here. So I'm getting a four variables, x train, x test, y train, y test. So using this test and train split, I am assigning the x for some values, y for some values, and here I'm given the size, test size as 0.3, which means 30 percentage of data I am allocated for the testing purpose. So that test size 30 percentage, which means if you have a data 1000 means the 700 data will going for learning purpose, that balance 300 data will going for the testing purpose. Okay, so then after that I'm just making a shape of this training and testing data. You can see there is a multiple of rows values the rows value has been changed, deferred. Okay, so after splitting my data set I'm going to build my model. So what is the building model? So the model building, which means I'm going to apply that any algorithms. So here the navy bias is one of the best algorithm for the text classifications, because here we are all assigning here we have getting like the output from the text only now. So already we assign the 0 as an ham data, 1 as an spam data. So if the output will came like any binary digit like zeros or ones, easily we can predict these are the datas are com and spam. Okay, so the navy bias, which is one of the most familiarity for the text fields, they have to classified you, I mean they have used for the classifications, and they have used for the text pre-processing after getting the text recommendations. These all the things where they have working on with this navy bayes algorithm. So then behind the navy bayes algorithm, how it will be working means, it has been find out the probability and the frequency function for each and every type of data we have passed it here. So then after getting the frequency model, that data has been tried in the behind the work. Because in the in lively in coding part, if you want to see showing like that means, first you have imported the packages of navy bias. So import I mean from the scikit-learn, I already told now, using that scikit-learn only we have importing the navy bias header files. So from scikit-learn dot navy bias import Gaussian NP. So here there is a multiple type of Bayesian networks will be there. So here I am using Gaussian NP, and similar like multinomial NP will be the. So so what kind of property you want to access from the navy bias networks, you have access it, you have imported it here. Okay, now I'm getting a one new variable, and I have called that Gaussian NP of functions here. So this Gaussian NP of functions, with the help of only I'm going to train and I'm going to test my data. Okay, so first thing, I'm all this, I mean all the properties is I can store that into that NP variable. So now you can see NP dot fit, which means, so NP dot fit, which means like I have to pass my trained data to the model. So the fit keyword, which is helps to trained, or which is helps to pass your trained data to that to the model. Okay. So trained data, what it has been do means, it has been going for the learning purpose for these algorithms. Okay. So NP dot fit of X train and Y train. The next step, I'm going to predict my test data. So prediction means I'm going to apply this Y uh, X test. Okay, why here I'm pausing that X test only means, so I have collected already, I have predicted some of the values, and that is called as an actual input, and prediction output, which means expected output. So how the algorithm which is predicted based upon the collected data. Okay, so that X text I am pausing here for the prediction. So here only that algorithm will find out the frequencies and the probability. So which is probability for that particular test data, that is an output for that particular test data. Okay, for example, yeah, probability of yes or no, or probability of zeros or ones. So it has been checked individually. Probability of yes, how many values will be there, probability of one, how many value will be there. So kinds in finally we will get in that calculations, and we will getting a more number of calculations, and we will get an answer. So based upon that answer, your output will be generated, zeros or ones, something like. Okay, so now actually these are the things, it's a behind the work for the algorithms. So finally you can see I'm predicting the I mean I'm print the Y predictions variable name. You can see zeros, zero means home, and zero. So that 30 percentage of data output will be stored into that array, and it has been printed. Okay, that, so finally we have predicted in finishing the predictions work, the spam and home detections. So then how much our algorithm has sustained for that, I mean how much that algorithm will predicting very clearly, which means from the scikit-learn I'm going to see, I'm going to accessing that accuracy score. So this accuracy score, which means it's kind of validation score. That validation means here you have to pass the test data, and test data means your predictions date, actual input, actual output, and the expectations out predictions output. Okay, so it has been comprised both. So after that it has been generating some of the percentages, how much it has been predicted. It's kind of a testing validations. Okay, so that accuracy score I have accessing from the matrices of scikit-learn package, Then I'm passing y test comma y prediction. Y test, which means class already we have fixed the target value earlierly, so that is an expected output, I mean actual output. The next step, accuracy score, which is define the y prediction. Okay, so I have passed two things, and finally I'm printing that value. So 95 percentage I have getting my algorithm has been predicted very correctly. Okay, so after that I'm going to generate the confusion matrix. So this confusion matrix, which means how much I mean, there will be a four different kind of values will be there. So the first column is an true positive. The second column is in positive, true negative, then false positive and false negative. So these working done based upon the formulations. So the formulation for behind every will be there. For example, here also we have passed the actual input and the prediction input. So totally the true positive will be 1000 and 107 values will be there, and false negative values 380. So those are the things which is very helpful to getting our exact algorithm, how much it predicting the correct values. Okay, so the next step I'm going to building another model. So I'm just building random forest algorithms. So this random forest similar like I have to access the random forest algorithms, and I have stored it, and I'm just fitting that model. So actually how the random forest algorithm will working means, this random forest it will be form a multiple of decision trees, n number of decision trees it has been formed based upon the trained data. So each and every decision trees will have generating that votings. I mean votings means sorry, it will be generating that output. So which one should have a majority of voting, that is an output for that particular test data of from the random forest. So same like I'm getting that accuracy score slightly, there is a similar difference between the random forest and the navy bias, because 95 also here and there also 95 88, some slightly difference will be there. But here you can see that random forest it's very predicting low of true positive values. Okay, in navy bias we have seen 1107, but in 1097 only it has been correctly predicted. Okay, so then finally I'm showing it here. Then model 3 decision trees. So decision trees, which means it form a tree formatter. So tree format means it have a subleaf node, leaf node and subleaf node, all these formatted, which is helps to getting which is helps to form a trained data, formed from the trained data. Then I'm going to pass the test data for the specific node. Means first it goes to the root node, then in root node it have a two of this subleaf node mean order node. So it have two kind of features, yes or no or zeros or so on. So it passed up to that variation of way of we have pass it here. So then finally we will getting a one node of that is an output for that particular decision trees algorithms. Okay, so here also we will getting that accuracy score like 94 percentage. And finally I'm going to show the efficiency of all these models. Here you can see three different type of algorithms I have show it here. So these algorithms will be predicted, or else these algorithms will be which one should be giving that more accuracy score. Actually some each and every algorithm building learning same, but there is a slightly difference will be there. You can see it here in this graph, 94 percentage of decision tree it will some low. But what is the which one is the best accuracy giving a score, and which algorithm for this specific model means navy bayes algorithms only, because that navy bayes algorithm it will be gaining a lot of accuracy score, and it has been find out multiple of values means 1107 it has been predicting very correctly. Okay, there is a low rate, wrong error rate it is also very low. in this specific navy based algorithms applied. Okay, so the next means we have, if you want to use any, if you want to develop any kind of GUI for means, you have to take in the value from the specific accuracy, most accuracy given model. So here means navy bayes. So I'm if I'm getting, if I'm I mean, if I'm getting any GEI for this special kind of activities, I have it use it for the more accuracy score for this algorithm. So it has been suitable for my real time problem also. So using how I can generated this visualization means using that NumPy and the Matplotlib packages only. So this matplotlib numpy, I'm just assigning the title and the y label and the x tricks. Okay, here you can see random forest, navy bayes, decision tree. There is a slightly difference only will be there for an visualizations of accuracy scores. Okay, if there is similar, like we have taking in any real time problem, using that real time problem we have applied it and we have collected that lot of models, I mean we have collected the informations about a real time problem. For example, any Twitter data classifications and any review based, because variety of domains will be there in artificial intelligence, also deep learning and the NLP techniques we have improved it. There isn't slightly improvisations will be there in every domains for collecting some information, and we have to some models, and so these are the concatenated tech domains only. Okay, so finally I'm just end up this session with one important thing, like in this machine learning or AI, you have to collect most important thing is informations, because any machine, it has been learned from the past data only. You have trained the model and you will be getting a more testing appearance. Okay, I mean more testing data and more you can do with it some kind of recommendation system also. So there is a lot of real-time problems will be there and real-time applications will be there. So you can easily collect the data and you can apply it in your own way, and you can build the models like any machine learning model, supervised machine learning or unsupervised machine learning, something like you have do it here. Okay, so most of the time you just do it like this also. Many of the live problem data sets, it's available in that internet. You have download it and you have to experiences I mean, if you have any doubts, you just ask it in our websites pantechelearning.com. You can ask it there also, or otherwise you can check, send a mail for us. We will be clarifying your doubts in any time. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you have to ask it on the chat box of YouTube. I will be replying you. Okay. If you have any doubts, you just ask it now. Ask it in the chat box. Okay, I think there is no doubt for anyone. I'm just end up the session now. Okay.